This is Scott Whitwam with your morning real estate investor update. And today's top story, mortgage applications on the rise. This is good news for investors with aging inventory. On the heels of another Fed rate cut that has not translated into the mortgage market, there seems to be some strengthening buyer sentiment since the recent nationwide election. Even though mortgage rates remain elevated as the bond market seems to have ignored the Fed's rate cuts, in large part because since the Fed rate cuts in September, inflation has started elevating again. According to the Mortgage Bankers Association, applications rose 30% week on week, with 2/3 of the applications being purchase loans versus refinance loans. There is no indication as to whether this is a post-election bump or the beginning of a trend. Hopefully, we'll begin seeing data to show that this is translating into showings and then actual sales. Today's mortgage rate update, little help. Little help has come from the Fed's 3/4 point rate cuts since September. The only thing moving is inflation, with the CPI numbers placing inflation up since the Fed began cutting rates. Some reality finally may be sinking in. It is being reported that Chairman Powell has soured on the idea of another cut in December. I guess you can learn something new from a second kick from the horse. Pumping the brakes now is a good idea. Bank rates reporting that their national average for the 30-year fixed rate mortgage was at 6.88%, which is down from 6.89% last week. It's the first move downward in several weeks. The 15-year rate being reported at just above 6%, with the 15-year at 6.20, which is up from the 6.14% that it closed the week previously. In today's wrap-up, REI Routine. This week on the Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast, Brian and Gina Kingdeski of Full Circle Living and Fix and Flips joined me on the program and shared how real estate investors who have a structured daily routine have a high level of gratitude, well-being, and success. All too often, we spend our energy and our sanity trying to become successful and then have little gratification, health, or well-being when we do. What good is it as a real estate investor to gain wealth if you're not able to enjoy that life after you've obtained it? I enjoy being around many of my very successful investor friends who have learned this lesson. They have joy, optimism, and show gratitude. These ingredients have also aided in their long and healthy lives. If you ever meet Brian and Gina, you will see firsthand the results of a daily routine. Be sure to subscribe to the Morning Real Estate Investor Update and catch me on the weekly Whitwam Wealth Real Estate Podcast.